Okay, stick around and I'll tell you about how I've started 2026. Did I reveal too much? You'll need to help me understand what the song is I'm singing. I know it's a rave classic from the early 1990s, but I cannot remember what it is. And whether I should, in fact, titrate up, because I'm at 7.5. But the fear noise is back. Ah! Miss Mary, save yourselves. Save yourself. Hey, it's me, Jo from Jo's Sleep and Sim Down Journey. I'm really excited to be here. Literally. I am excited, although I have something to report. No. Just before Christmas, I reached £100 weight loss. I know, it was fantastic. It was such a milestone. I've still got like 50 plus pounds to go, but I was happy with the results. But then remember, I was unwell. I had the really bad flu and I lost £5 instantly. So last week, I was all about trying to put a little bit of weight on. I put too much weight on. I've put £6 on. I am now at a £99 weight loss. I know. I'm not really heartbroken. I'm not really heartbroken because I found these jeans earlier on. These are my, what's the thing called? What's the style called? My, rockabilly. This is my rockabilly look. Let me use my cane because I'm struggling there to stand. So this is my rockabilly look. And look, these jeans, like they've even got that, you know, where you can put your tools. I like to put my hammer there. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to do for, but that's what I use it for. So watch out, there'll be another DIY video coming out soon. Now I've got the pants for it. Okay, the other thing that I was really excited about, can you remember I explained to you folks that 5 years ago, I bought my Singer heavy duty sewing machine. That's what it's called. It's a sewing machine, isn't it? Okay, well, you know, whilst I was looking for some clothes and found these jeans, check out what else I found. Okay, well, for one, I found this. This was something I made using some fabulous printed fabric. Look, it's of the oh, what are they called now? The water titans, the Greek water titans. I cannot remember their full name, but they wooed the women. They wooed the sea nymphs. Look, so I love this. This is a, let me grab my cane still. This is a kimono that I made. I made this 5 years ago, and I love it. Look, I love it. See, and you can, if I was walking, look, I was walking behind, you can see all of that detail, can't you? How wonderful is that? Well, let me show you something else I made. This is something that I found. Literally, I've just found it. Oh, come on, Sir Michael, stand there for me. Right. This was a self-drafted dress that I was making. When I say self-drafted, it means no pattern. I was creating this dress with the idea of it looking like something from Vivienne Westwood, 1996 era. You know, when she was all about the bodices and the off the shoulder, almost Grecian look, but there was tartan in there as well. Look, can you see the tartan? Yes. Well, I found this, and I remember as I was making this 5 years ago, and it took me ages to figure out how to do the gathering. So you have to do this, what do they call it? Draping. You do draping on the mannequin rather than using a pattern. And it took me ages to figure out how to do it. And look, it's got like this lovely tartan lining. But by the time I got to doing that, I'd already started putting on the weight. So I couldn't finish the dress off because I couldn't get it on me. Well, now look, stay there, Michael, stay there. Now look, that is almost going to close. But remember, I've got £50 left to, 55, because remember I've put £6 on. I've got £50 still to lose, yeah. But this dress, can you imagine how magnificent this dress is going to be when it's finished? So, I think, you know that I like to do my sewing. I think we're going to have to do some more sewing on the channel. And remember, I'm by no means an expert. I'll be relying on people like Christina from Australia and anybody else who's really good at sewing. I'll be relying on you because I think that right now it may almost fit. I think if I hadn't have put that £6 on, it would have fit if I'd have moved it round. Look, it's got boning and everything in there, look. Don't laugh at how big my boobs are. But it's all bones, look. I put all the bones in myself. And like this extra layer, which is that, what's that fabric called? I can't remember now what that fabric's called, but it's a 4-way stretch fabric so that it would help make sure that my tum does not stick out. Because did you notice that went down to there? So all of this, I need to finish this dress, but I think that's going to happen when I get closer to goal. So watch this space. The next thing I'm going to be making, of course, yes, Miss Mary, come along, is I'm going to be making Miss Mary a new coat because she can't keep wearing this Christmas coat. I know you're not able to keep wearing the Christmas coat. Earlier on, I took the Christmas coat off because I was going to have a go at using it as a pattern. And literally, within 5 minutes of having it taken off, she ran around like a crazy cat. And when I actually got hold of her, she'd peed herself, bless her. And she'd also licked herself really raw, just on her rump. And finally, speaking of rump, I think the reason why I've put so much weight on is because carbs have just found their way back into my diet again. Started with a gluten-free pizza just a couple of days ago. I think it was Sunday. But do you know what happened on Tuesday? I'm really embarrassed to admit this. What happened on Tuesday? I had an instance where I just decided that I was going to buy some Ben & Jerry's. And you know I can't eat Ben & Jerry's. But then as well, on top of that, I bought some, what's it called? Scottish shortbread. And not even the good stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was nice. But it was the same as buying a cheap pack of Scottish shortbread from the corner shop. It was not the nice stuff. And you know what was worse? I was fighting to get both the ice cream and the Scottish shortbread down me. Literally, the shortbread, I'd got like, you know when it turns into, because it's so short, isn't it? That's the whole point, it's called shortbread. So short that it crumbles. And it was just like I'd got caked biscuit crumbs all inside my mouth because I was trying to shove them in so quickly. So again, you can see why I've put £6 on. So the great thing is, I've moved back onto carnivore, but in order to do that, I've kind of had to buy more quality meats. You know, because I've been so skint, and with Christmas coming up, then I was like, right, save your money, just buy chicken wings and chicken liver and eggs. So that's pretty much what I ate all the way through November, December. But what I did the other day, I bought, and it was a 350 gram piece of aged rump steak. I think it was from Morrison's. I think it was like £9. That's how much it cost me. So in the US, that would be what, $15? But oh my goodness, it was incredible. And I made it with fried eggs because I've now figured out I've had a ceramic hob for 4 years, but was too unwell to figure out how to unlock it because it had locked and I never knew how to unlock it. Well, I found out how to. So I had rump steak and fried eggs the other day. It was delicious. The last thing I need to do is I need to put on my Sibio glucose monitor. So that's a continuous glucose monitor. You know, you've seen me before. You've seen me with the keto monitor. And I kept thinking, well, why are my ketones low? Well, my ketones were low because I wasn't putting enough fat into my diet. So I was eating plenty of chicken wings, but I wasn't getting enough fat. So now I'm introducing more butter, avocados, desiccated coconut, macadamia nuts, you know, all the stuff that Dr. Atkins told us about years and years ago. Well, I'm putting more of that stuff in my diet. Pate, right, sorry. Ignore that interlude. Right, but yes, so the plan is going to be to try and eat better meat now that Christmas is over and I don't necessarily have anything to save for, although I do because it's my 50th year. So well, I'll figure that out later. But in the meantime, I still plan to lose 55 pounds. I want you to let me know in the comments below, what has your milestone been since the new year? Has it changed? Because remember, my initial plan was to lose 185 pounds. Well, I don't think I need to lose an extra 85 pound. I think I'll get away with 55 pounds. Because remember, these are my jeans that I wore. I think I bought these ones, well, I can't remember when I bought them, but I don't want to have to spend a whole load of money on a brand new wardrobe. I just want to be able to fit back into the clothes that I had. So I think 55 pounds. Let's get, in fact, can you imagine if I got that dress ready for my 50th birthday? My 50th birthday's in July. Wouldn't it be amazing if that happened? So tell me in the comments below, what are your milestones and have they changed for 2026? And also, give me some more ideas of what dietary fats that I can eat. Remember, I have to do low FODMAP, so I shouldn't be eating carbs anyway, complex carbs. And that's why, as I say, I really suffered. I've really suffered. The water retention's gone straight back on, and it's taken me a while to actually kick back on that sweet craving, because once you get back onto a carb, you don't want to get off it again. So that's just my little experience anyway. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. It's lovely to see you. It's lovely for you to see what Miss Mary's up to. Or I think it is. I don't know. Is it lovely? You know I adore her, and you know she's the star of the show. So we're always going to see what Miss Mary's up to. But it is lovely. It's been lovely to see you all. So you guys take care. Until then, sleep well, slim down, and I'll see you